Habit, when understood, is the highest of all activities in life. It is the true test and manifestation of all the habits put together. What habit is it? Well, that's what we're going to be discussing this morning. Welcome to Transform Your Life in 15 Minutes. This is where we're doing 5-minute exercises, one each for the mind, the body, and the soul. And my name is McAdams, and I'm an author and also an accounting professor and a certified life coach. I specialize in personal and small business finance and also fitness. I help people reach their goals. And how I do that? Well, for one way is by discussing this book called The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. And this is written by Dr. Covey. And this morning, our discussion is going to be based upon habit number 6. So we're almost there. We've got one more habit to go. So habit number 6, you ask, what is it? What is this highest in all of life? What is this true test and manifestation of all the other habits? Well, habit number 6 is to synergize. And basically, synergy just means the whole is greater than the sum of its parts. So let me give you an example. Imagine that there's 2 people standing in front of a tree, and the tree has 5 apples on it. And both of the 2 people are too small or too short, not small, but too short to reach the apples, right? But if the one stands on top of the other shoulder or sits on the top of those shoulders, then together they're able to reach all the apples, okay? And that's synergy, okay? Now, synergy can be expressed in any situation where there's like a meeting of 2 or more people, because there's going to be a whole bunch of differences of opinions and circumstances, right? Well, that's the essence of synergy. It's actually valuing those differences. It's respecting them. It's actually building upon the strengths and compensating from the weaknesses. Now, this can be accomplished when you incorporate habits number 4 and number 5. Habit number 4, if you remember, is think win-win. So remember, in any situation, it doesn't have to be a win-lose or lose-lose. It could be a win-win situation. And then habit number 5 is seek first to understand, then to be understood. So if you incorporate those 2 habits, then it's going to be easy to synergize. All right, so whenever you think, or when you come into a situation where you think there's only 2 alternatives, your way and the wrong way, I want you to think in terms of a third alternative. There's usually always one, right? And particularly if you work with the win-win philosophy and apply if you work with the win-win philosophy and then try to seek to understand first, then you'll be able to come up with a solution that's mutually beneficial to all parties involved. All right, so this brings us to our challenge for the morning. All right, so for each of the habits, I told you it's going to be a challenge. Now, this challenge is going to be like a future challenge, if you will. So grab your pencil if you don't already have one. I mean, I know it's early in the morning, but come on, grab something. Let me get some water while you do that. All right, so you got your pencil, pen, something to write down, phone, something. Okay, well, anyway, you'll remember this. The next time that you're in an argument or a confrontation, I want you to step back and I want you to think of the other person's perspective in the situation, all right? And then I want you to think of a way that you can apply the win-win philosophy. And also, before that, seek first to understand. So understand what it is. What is their point of view in this argument or this confrontation? And then seek for a win-win solution that's going to be mutually beneficial to both of you guys. All right? This is a short and sweet one, right? They get short and sweeter toward the end. But lesson number 6, again, this is synergize. Now, tomorrow we're going to discuss the 7th and final habit. So I hope you're ready. All right, hopefully this was helpful for you. We're going to now move on to the yoga. By the way, how are you guys doing this morning? I want to thank you. Take the time like this live broadcast. And also, those that are watching it on the recording, I want to thank you. So hopefully this information is really helpful to you, because remember, in our transformation, what we're doing is we're just working on little small pieces of all the 3 parts, the mind, body, and soul. So just working on little small bits. You know what? I forgot to turn on my light. Give me a second. I got like a portable light here. I forgot to turn it on. My hands are all slippery. Okay, there it goes. There we go. There's my light. But anyway, so in this Transform Your Life in 15 Minutes, if you're just watching this, or this is your first time joining me, we are doing 5-minute exercises, one each for the mind, body, and soul. And usually for the mind portion, we are doing some type of stimulating conversation for your mind. And again, this month we're reading The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Dr. Covey. Now we're moving on to the body portion. And for the body portion, we're going to do a 5-minute yoga routine. And then for the final session, we're going to be doing a 5-minute guided meditation. And I like to talk a little bit just before, I gave myself some time this morning, talk a little bit more about the meditation before we get into it, because this is one of the areas that I find that people find one of the hardest ones to practice, if you will. And it's because we feel like we're not doing it right, okay? But anytime that you're sitting down and just trying to be quiet, try to quiet your mind and just, going on that inside out approach that I really advocate, you're doing it right. And I want you to understand, because it is a practice, I keep mentioning, I say 12 seconds. That's just a random number I've throughout in my brain, right? It could be 5 seconds. In that 5-minute time frame, if there's any seconds that you have free where there's just no activity in your mind, like the brain, like you're actually really focused on your breath and you're not even thinking about your thoughts, you're being successful, okay? So I don't want you to think that in 5 minutes you're supposed to go totally 5 minutes. I know when I'm going through the relaxation of the different muscles in your body to try to get you to relax, you're probably thinking about, oh, I got to do this today and this is going on. That's normal, particularly if this is your first introduction to meditation, okay? So all those activities, those thoughts that are going on in your mind, that's normal. You're alive. Be happy you have those thoughts. But now what we're trying to do is we're trying to control those, and that's why I give you something to focus on. So really focus on your breathing. And I keep saying UGI breathing. I want to keep going over it again because, again, one, repetition is the mother of learning. And number two, if you're just now watching me, and if I'm saying UGI breathing, but I don't explain what it is, you're like, what the hell is UGI breathing? Okay, so UGI breathing is the full diaphragmatic breathing. This is when you're breathing from your diaphragm as opposed to the chest. Like a lot of times throughout the day and most of life, we actually just keep our breath up here in our chest or our throat, really nasal and talking like this and that kind of stuff. We don't really breathe deeply from our diaphragm. So when I say diaphragmatic breathing or UGI breathing, that's what I mean. We're doing diaphragmatic breathing. So what that really means is as you're inhaling through your nose. And as you inhale, your belly is expanding. So it's actually pushing out. Okay, so your belly is going out, so expanding out. And then the diaphragm is moving its way up toward the chest cavity. And as it reaches up to the chest cavity, your chest is going to also expand out as your lungs fill with oxygen. Okay, that's on the inhale. And then as you exhale, and what you want to get to is you want to get to a point where you're actually exhaling out your mouth, and you want to get to a point where your lips are actually closed, but it's slightly ajar where you're actually just blowing out through your lips. But right now, just exhale out of your mouth. If you're just beginning, just exhale out of your mouth. And as you're exhaling, your chest is going to collapse, okay, as you deflate the oxygen from your lungs, and the diaphragm moves back down to its original position, and then your belly is going to go in, okay? So on the inhale is where it's going out. And on the exhale, it's when everything is coming back in. So that's what I mean by UGI breath. And even if you're just focusing on that, like if you're just really focusing on your breath, and what it's doing is actually cleansing your body internally, okay? It's relieving all the stress and tension and all that that's going on inside. So that's what I want you to focus on throughout the meditation. And that will help you curtail those thoughts. And again, it is a practice, so it's going to take time. It's going to take patience for you. Don't be judgmental of yourself when it comes to meditation. Trust me, it will do wonders in your life by learning to meditate, learning to control those thoughts. But you have to be patient with yourself at first. And just a little bit on the yoga. Yoga is not just a form of exercise. Okay, this is a mind-body connection. So again, a lot of times, again, what you're doing is you're doing that UGI breathing again. So we actually start off, with yoga, starting with that UGI breathing. All the positions that we're getting our body into, it facilitates the breath. So in other words, as you inhale is where you're like holding your position. If you're in a standing position, let's say, you're holding the pose on the inhale, and then as you're exhaling, you're releasing, you're surrendering, depending on what position we're getting into. And I'll explain that as we go through the movements. But it's a mind-body connection, which means, again, it's the avocation of inside-out approach. So feel what's going on inside of you right now in this present moment. I also invite you to start the yoga with an intent. Okay, so what is your intent for this session of yoga? So today, let's do extended arm child's pose. So go ahead and get into your child's pose position, and your arms are extended, which means they're overhead. Palms are down flat, and then just take a couple deep breaths there, and then I'll guide you on to when you can start your intention, unless you already know what it is right now. But get in the habit of setting your intentions of what it is that you want to accomplish for certain activities that you do, okay? All right, so let's go ahead and get the music, and you guys get ready. Remember, this is a practice, so I invite you to join me. You will get some of it out of watching me, I guess. But trust me, you'll get more out of doing it, particularly first thing in the morning. I know for some of you, this is really, really early. And for some of you, you're getting ready for work. So you say, okay, I got you, P. I got you later on. I'm going to do it. Okay, but yoga is not something that you have to do first thing in the morning. It's just something I love doing first thing in the morning because it gets your body moving. It gets you in the mindset of getting that mind-body connection. It sets the intent for the day. So it's a great way to get your day started. But keep in mind, even though I'm doing all of these back-to-back, mind, body, and soul, you can split them up, okay? Remember, I always talk about the elephant, how you eat an elephant one bite at a time, and also multiple sittings. You don't have to eat that one bite all at once, right? You can actually break it up, all right? Chew it all. So with that being said, for some of you, you may want to say, okay, I'm going to watch the yoga session in the morning, and then during lunchtime, my day is pretty hectic, so that's when I'm going to do the meditation. And I know the importance of making sure that there's positive things on my mind when I go to sleep. So I'm not going to be watching TV and I'm not going to be watching news, but guess what? I'm going to listen to your early broadcast of what you do for the mind session. Okay, so that's just another way that you can kind of break things up. Okay, all right, so standing arm child's pose. Let's get this yoga session started. Couple deep breaths. Now come up on your fingertips. Press those armpits down toward the mat. Feel a nice extension from the top of your head, or from tailbone all the way to the top of your head. All the way in the shoulders, all the way to the fingertips. Now go ahead and flatten out those palms and then go ahead and transition your body weight into the tabletop position. And in the tabletop, your fingers are spread out nice and wide, your palms are directly underneath your shoulders, and your knees are directly underneath your hips. Just kind of sway your body back and forward. Move your head side to side. Maybe roll your neck from shoulder to shoulder. And then return back to tabletop. Take a nice deep breath. And as you exhale, drop your chin down to your chest, round to the spine and tuck the pelvic under. As you inhale, your head and chest comes forward. Arch your back, tailbone sticks out toward the back. Press those shoulder blades down toward the mat. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. This time as you exhale, I want you to curl those toes under. Let's go ahead and take it to downward facing dog. And start to pedal those legs. Again, in the morning, it's all about the movement. I want you to do what feels comfortable to you. I know it may sound like a broken record, but again, I gotta remind you that your body's different from day to day, from moment to moment. So this morning, you may feel a little different than what you felt yesterday. So it's very important to get in touch with what's going on with you in the here and the now. Not what happened yesterday and not what's going to happen tomorrow. Not even what's going to happen in the upcoming minutes, but what's happening right now. So I want you to draw your focus. Draw your knees down toward the mat and extend those legs straight out. Tailbone sticks out toward the back of the room. Press your chest toward your thighs and your knees. Draw those knees in again toward the mat. And then extend those legs. Let's do that again. Draw those knees down toward the mat. And then extend the legs. Try to get those heels down. Press your chest toward your thighs and your knees. All right, let's come up on our fingertips and walk your fingers to your toes. Just kind of forward fold here, Uttanasana. And then I want you to slowly Round it up, taking it one vertebrae at a time. Making sure that your head is the last to rise. And let's come to Tadasana, mountain pose. So your toes are spread out nice and wide. Your feet are either together or slightly apart. Your shoulders are drawn down the back. Your fingertips are nice and loose, hanging down by your side. Your head is a natural extension of your spine. Pretend like there's a string from the top of your head attached all the way to the ceiling, so you stand up nice and tall. And pretend like there's roots coming from the bottom of your feet, extending all the way down through the floor, all the way down to Middle Earth, and it's really grounding you. Let's go ahead and bring our palms together at the heart center. And let's go ahead and set that intention in case you forgot what is it that you want to accomplish in this next few minutes in this yoga practice. And then release the hands down toward the side. As you draw your breath in, take those arms overhead. And as you exhale, I want you to dive the body forward. As you inhale, I want you to look up halfway. I want you to arch your back, tailbone sticks out toward the back of the room. Micro knees. And as you exhale, forward fold. And then I want you to inchworm out to the plank. And then walk your way back toward your toes. Inhale, take it all the way up. Exhale, dive the body forward. Inhale, Uttanasana. Inchworm to plank. Take it back. Uttanasana. Inhale, take it all the way up. Exhale. Look up halfway. Uttanasana. Hold the plank. Now I want you to release your knee, chest, chin, or Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale the upper facing dog. Curl those toes under. Exhale the downward facing dog. Walk your toes in toward your palms. Straighten out the legs, Uttanasana. Look up halfway. Forward fold. Inhale, take it all the way up. This time arch back. Exhale, dive the body forward. Look up halfway. Flatten out the palms, step back, left, right into the plank. Release your knee, chest, chin, or Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale to upward facing dog. Exhale to downward facing dog. Step forward, left, right. Inhale, take it all the way up, arch back. Exhale, dive the body forward. Look up halfway. Flatten out the palms, step back, right, left to the plank. Knee, chest, chin, or Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale to upward facing dog. Curl the toes under, exhale the downward facing dog. Step forward, right, left. Look up halfway. Flatten out those palms, Uttanasana. Inhale, take it all the way up, arch back. Exhale, dive the body forward. Look up halfway. Flatten out the palms, step back, left, right. Release knee, chest, chin, or Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale. Exhale. Hold the downward facing dog. Now bring that left knee into your chest and extend that left leg all the way back. And then bend the knee to open up the hip. Extend that leg and bring that left foot all the way toward the fingertips. Turn that right foot in perpendicular and let's take it up to Warrior One. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Hold it here as you inhale. Exhale, reverse. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale here. Inhale. Straighten out the leg, lean all the way forward, and then exhale. Trikonasana, triangle pose. Exhale. Pyramid. Take your time, guys. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Hold it here. Remember, micro bend underneath if you need to. Go ahead and place those, bend that left knee. Palms goes flat. Curl the toes under. Knee, chest, chin, a Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Curl those toes under. Exhale, downward facing dog. Go ahead and hold here and pedal. Flatten out those heels, come up on your fingertips. Walk it back to your toes. Inhale, take it all the way up. Exhale, dive the body forward. Look up halfway. Uttanasana, inchworm to the plank. Hold the plank. Release the knee, chest, chin, or Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale to upward facing dog. Curl the toes under and exhale the downward facing dog. Now bring that left knee into a right knee towards your chest and extend that right leg all the way back. And then bend the knee to open up the hip. Straighten out the leg. Bring that right foot towards your fingertips. Left foot comes in perpendicular. Take it up. Virabhadrasana 1. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale here. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Straighten out the leg. Lean forward. Exhale. Inhale here. Exhale, pyramid. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Let's do it one more time. Inhale. And exhale. Go ahead and bend that knee, flatten out the palms, take it back, knee, chest, chin, or Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale to upward facing dog, curl the toes under, exhale downward facing dog, and pedal those legs. Press those heels down. Now let's go ahead and walk our feet in toward our palms. Straighten out those legs, and let's go ahead and Uttanasana. So take your fingertips and clasp your elbows. Press your chest towards your thighs and your knees. As you inhale, just kind of hold your position. And as you exhale, hinging from the hip, just surrender and release into the stretch. Let your crown of your head bring your body weight naturally forward. Again, micro knees if you need to. Now go ahead and release those fingertips down toward the mat, and then slowly take it up, one vertebrae at a time. Just kind of take your time here. Making sure that your head is last to rise. Draw your shoulders down and back. Let's come to Tadasana. Inhale, take those arms up. Exhale, dive the body forward. Place your palms down flat. Walk your feet out toward the edges of the mat, left, right. And as you exhale, release the tailbone down toward the mat. Bring the palms together at the heart center. Using your elbows to push out on those inner thighs. Bow your head down to Malasana. With hand give gratitude. Open up those hips. Remember, release, use your breath. Continue to breathe. Set intent for the next section. And then release your palms down. Slowly transition your body weight to a comfortable seated position facing forward. Make sure that you're on your sits bones and off the fleshy part of your bottom. Shoulders are drawn down and back, chest is lifted, head is a natural extension of the spine. Take a nice deep breath. As you inhale, take those arms up overhead. And as you exhale, release the fingertips down toward the mat. And again, inhaling. And exhaling. One more time, nice deep breath. Inhaling. This time we're going to greet the palms together at the very top. Exhale down through the center. And namaste. Alright, so this brings us to the third and final section of today. We're going to be doing a meditation, so come to a nice, comfortable seated position. If you're just joining me for this section, welcome. If you decide to sit in the chair, just make sure again that your shoes are off and that your feet are grounded to the floor. Just kind of get a feel of what your body is like now, what's going on internally. Remember, no judgments, just to notice. Take a nice deep cleansing breath. And as you exhale, I want you to close your eyes and drop your chin down toward your chest. Now as you inhale, your head and chest comes up. And as you exhale, you're going to drop your chin down toward your chest. Again, as you inhale, head and chest comes up. And exhale. One more time, inhale. This time as you exhale, bring your chin forward so that your head is a natural extension of the spine. And continue to breathe nice, deep UGI breaths. Inhaling through your nose, exhaling through your mouth. I want you to squish the muscles in your forehead real tight. And then release. Relax in the body. Now I want you to scrunch all the muscles in your face. So scrunch up your nose, your cheeks, clench your teeth, your jaws. Really, really tight. And then release. Now moving on to your shoulders. I want you to hunch your shoulders up. Hunch them all the way up toward the ears. And then relax. Release all the tension and stress that you may be carrying on those shoulders. And this time, I'd like to remind you if there's any thoughts that are floating around in your mind, just gently push those aside and just focus on your breath, inhaling deeply through your nose and exhaling through your mouth. Now I want you to take the fingers on your hands, I want you to ball them up into a fist, and I want you to bring those palms forward towards your shoulders. So I want you to squeeze all the muscles in your arms, in your chest, and in the upper back. Just hold it, squeeze it really, really tight, and then slowly release it. Release, open up your fingers. Go ahead and extend those arms. Relax your chest, relax your back as you continue breathing. Now go ahead and squeeze your belly button in toward your spine. And then release. Remember, just relaxing all the muscles in your body. Take your time. Just focus on your breath. Now go ahead and squeeze your glutes together, your buttocks. Squeeze those muscles real tight. And release. Now your thighs. And your calf muscles. Just releasing all the tension and stress that you're carrying along in your body. Using your breath to help you. Inhaling deeply through your nose and exhaling through your mouth. Remember, pay no attention to any outside distractions. Just focus on your breath. Inhaling deeply through your nose and exhaling through your mouth. Now go ahead and scrunch up your toes and ball your feet together real tight. Hold it and release. Go ahead and wiggle your toes. Take one more deep cleansing breath. And then release any remaining tension and stress that you may be carrying in your body. Now go ahead and relax and breathe. Just inhaling deeply through your nose. Exhaling through your mouth. Sit and enjoy this relaxed state for another couple breaths. Now go ahead and take a nice deep breath, inhaling through your nose and exhaling through your mouth. Again, nice deep breath, inhaling through your nose and exhaling through your mouth. One more time, nice deep breath. And exhale through your mouth. Now go ahead and open up your eyes as you release, relax, returned, refreshed, and calm. You've done something good for yourself today. Well, thank you for taking the time to meditate. And again, I want to thank you again for watching this transform your life in 15 minutes. Your word for today is youthful. So I want you to have a youthful day. And I will see you tomorrow at the same time. Bye.